Welcome back to Switch to Linux. Well, it is Friday and we have made it to the news. And it's been an interesting week in the news. Not a ton really super duper crazy, but we again have some privacy news, we have some security news, and some business news, and of course, my lovely opinions on it all. Well, not a lot of folks on here right now. This is actually, I haven't had this few people on the stream waiting for me for been a while, man. Where is everybody? Someone else more exciting than me on somewhere? I don't know. Also, it could possibly be there's like a giant kind of nationwide Comcast outage. Apparently there's a major fiber optic line that was cut halfway through the country or whatever. I seem to be okay, but I don't know. Never know. Well, anyway, we're going to be looking at Facebook as our primary on our privacy. Then we have an interesting security and some businessy type stuff to get into. But before we get into all of that, let's go ahead and have a quick look at a few comments. Like I said, there's not a lot of folks on, so greetings everybody. Oh, we're up to 17. All right. We almost have a quorum. We can probably get going here. Kyrie Holmes is second. I don't know who first was. The first must have been raptured. I don't know. Or abducted by aliens. Whatever. Aliens are fun, you know, why not? Daniel Korvac is more like Facebook is planning to send a repairman out to plug in the microphone. See, and that was Microsoft. Microsoft's IoT cloud, your washing machine would call a repairman without telling you about it. Some guy would show up, hey, your washing machine called me. Yeah, I can see how scammers and thieves and murderers are going to be abusing this one. That'll be exciting. Greetings, Keegan, the Tennessean. How are you? Daniel sees an epidemic coming down the pipe. Q1 Fiend says, hello to the Linux Kitty. Hello, Linux Kitty. He's looking at me like, what's up? Daniel, how's it going there? Or howdy. Carbon Programmer, greetings. Study saying complaining and stress shrink your brain's hippocampus. Yeah, that's probably makes some sense. Stress and complaints and stuff do cause problems. But you know what reverses problems is kitties. Right, kitty? Hello, everyone. How are you? All right. So, yep. There you go. There you go, bud. You can sit right there. I now have a fuzzy snake. All right. Hello, Analog. Good Friday evening to you. Kyrie Holmes, greetings. Spin Viking, how's it going there? James Miller, hello. And Eric, greetings. Thomas Holt, hey, Tom. Hey, Tom. Love your name. Love your name. Echo, Echo. Terry Love, how's it going there? Maybe your Comcast will work better with 50% of the rest cut off. Yeah, I haven't, since I reset networky stuff, I haven't had any losses. So hopefully they got my message to cancel the dude coming over. I left them a message and chances are it won't work. Hey, Saddleridge got the notice. Yeah, like even if nowadays there is no guarantee of getting the notification. This is why I have a consistent, regular, set schedule, and I will be unveiling. I did launch it in beta to my patron supporters that my new support site is almost ready to go. That is going to be one site. You can bookmark that, and every time there's a video, it will be automatically posted there. So if you're questioning it, you can do that. One page checks all 3 channels simultaneously, and my regular schedule is posted on the front home page with any updates occurring there. So I'll be unveiling more information about that site here in a couple of weeks after we get some more comment back on it. Let's see. Facebook is almost always in the privacy news. Well, what else do you do with it? We should just call it, you know, privacy book or anti-privacy book or something. I don't know. Is Facebook still collecting data on users who delete their accounts? Well, we know that they collect data on people who don't have accounts, so most likely, yes. It's probably just not as easily integrated or tied in with the system as what my thinking is. Let's see. Long week and work long days. Ugh. Noah Videos, how's it going there? Hey, your profile picture's fixed. Very good. You are not late. We have not started the articles yet. I'm just saying hello to everybody in the comments. So greetings, Noah. Hello yet again, silly o'clock a.m. Yeah, well, you know. Tomorrow, which is Saturday, I should be doing one around noon Eastern, unless, of course, Comcast shows up and decides to cut my internet while it investigates the problem that I've informed them doesn't exist, but I don't know. All right, what's up, Francisco Santos, or Mr. Santos? I had a teacher named Mr. Santos. He ended up marrying my 5th grade teacher. Ira Kamadi, hello. Ira Kamadi, hello. Do we have an echo in here? Echo in here. Keegan, how's it going there? Daniel, let's see. Everyone make a sticky note. Yep. DistroTube, greetings Distro. If Facebook or Google or the NSA want to listen through my mic, the only thing they'll hear is me smacking while I eat the occasional and passing of gas. All right. There you go. There you go. I'm guessing snacking is what you meant to say, but yeah, absolutely. Can I actually contact Facebook to stop collecting data? No, but what you can do is you can block their tracking pixels. It's simply block facebook.com and fb.com and a few other ones in your host file, and that will do a pretty good job of making sure Facebook can't track you. So that's what you do. Which is why we need to have the ability to edit the system on our personal devices, like our phones. That is why I use Lineage, because I can push a custom host file to my Lineage computer or Lineage cell phone, so Facebook's not tracking my online stuff. The digital phones are the worst things for us because we have a harder time getting into them and making changes like hosting file scripts. And don't think that an add-on or a plug-in to your mobile browser is actually going to fix the problem. It will not. Frost Ranger, greetings. Hello, currently on the Linux Mint 19 XFCE live DVD. Very good, very good. I think we all have our own NSA agent. I like to call mine Frank. Is that gas from the Vegemite? Oh, boy. Hello, Robert Fitzpatrick. Hello, Robert Fitzpatrick. How are you doing? All right, Brendan, how are you? Stream only showed a couple seconds ago for me. Yeah, it's not showing a lot anymore. Maybe that's why everyone was... Usually I have a lot of people waiting for me when I start in, when they have like 6 when we started. But we're up to 44 now, 45 total. It's the right name. It's collecting all your faces. There you go. Okay. Hey, Noah. How's it going there? Antisocial book. Yep. Thought you weren't streaming today. Nope, I'm streaming. I put up the notice, maybe like 2 or something, because I knew I had a busy day in the office. What up, Kevin? How's it going there? Too many U.S. citizens for there to be an agent for every citizen. I'm guessing they'll be using bots to collect and analyze data, or you can just delete your account. Well, actually, Francisco, that's what we were talking about, is that Facebook does collect data on people who don't have accounts. So therefore, if you delete your account, you become a person without an account. So yes, they're still collecting data on you. They just put it into Ghost Profile. So if you ever create an account, they can automatically link you up with all your friends. It's so awesome because Facebook is totally cool. Not. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and dive on into the first part of our news. We'll be covering some privacy stuff. So we're going to re-roll the intro and be set to go. Welcome back to Switch to Linux for another Friday night session talking about privacy. We're just going to go ahead and jump right on into some of these. Of course, the first article that I picked out today is actually the first 2 are the same thing, just one from The Verge because I had some interesting commentary, and I think they pulled it from like Wall Street Journal, which is too paywalled for me. So AT&T is acquiring the App Nexus to help it sell even more ads. Hooray! So AppNexus is one of these big conglomerate data mining companies that just has access to all sorts of data, and we're going to hear about the wonderful misfortunes in one of those coming up in our security section because, yeah, there was a leak. But AT&T buys AppNexus so that it can basically utilize more avenues and more data. In fact, here is AT&T's actual press release. They say announced today, so this was a couple days ago, announced earlier this week that it has entered into a definitive agreement to acquire AppNexus. AppNexus will become part of the AT&T Advertising and Analytics, led by Brian Lesser, CEO. AppNexus is a technology company that operates a leading global advertising marketplace and provides enterprise products for digital advertising, serving publishers, agencies, marketers, and scammers all over the place. But they left that part out. It's too bad. All right, with this proposed acquisition of AppNexus, AT&T is investing to accelerate the growth of its advertising platform and strengthen its leadership in advanced TV advertising. AppNexus has an experienced management team and an employee base that includes over 400 software engineers and product managers. This team will bring leadership and vertical expertise in machine learning and predictive analysis, advertising technology, and video. Here is a quote. Ad tech unites real-time analytics and technology with our premium TV and video content, said Lesser. We need to hear Lesser from him. So we went out and found the strongest player in space. AppNexus has scale of infrastructure, advanced technology, and diverse talent. The combination of AT&T Advertising Analytics and AppNexus will help deliver a world-class advertising platform that provides brands and publishers a new and innovative way to reach consumers in the marketplace today. Of course, let's just go ahead and continue this thread. This is just getting too exciting. AT&T will continue to invest in and build on AppNexus's foundation technology, which integrates with AT&T's first-party data, premium video content, and distribution. AT&T has more than 170 million direct-to-consumer relationships across its wireless, video, broadband businesses. AppNexus also extends AT&T advertising and analytics footprint globally, expanding into Asia Pacific, Australia, Europe, and Latin America. Great. So there is kind of their press release. Of course, according to the Wall Street Journal, AT&T wants to appeal to advertisers with hyper-specific targeted ads by leveraging the huge amount of data it already has on customers from its wireless offerings over the years for a more successful campaigns. Now, remember earlier, I think it was late last year, actually. Maybe it was early last year. I don't remember. It's all blending together for me now. The privacy rules were struck down that an ISP now has the ability to sell information regarding how much, which websites you enter. Now, of course, if you are on a encrypted, connection, so like an HTTPS site with an SSL on it, then they can see that you're connected to the site, but they can't see the actual data. If it's not secured with an SSL, they can actually see the data. Depending on some of the other factors going on, this is why some people are starting to recommend more things like installing a VPN on their network. If you use a VPN, the problem is you've bypassed the ISP, but now the VPN company has all the data. So there's really not a good solution except to go back and say, hey, we can't be having all this data out. And that's really the thing that we need to be looking towards. Okay, so with this, AT&T has been scooping up as much data as they possibly can. They want to have hyper-specific targeted ads. Is that not frightening? Hyper-specific targeted ads. So, of course, they've already merged in and with a couple other groups. So they're doing all sorts of other fun stuff right along those same lines. So with that being said, I mean, you just got to be careful about this stuff. This is why I use advertiser blockers and things like that. So now I just need to double check, is AppNexus in my host file, and we'll see. We'll see indeed. So enough of AT&T. Let's talk about T-Mobile now. So yet the next company to bypass COPA, they have a digital life well-lived, all-in-one solution to help manage your family's digital life across all your devices. This can even apply to things on your home network. So, of course, T-Mobile, their app system for this family system, this family mode plan, which is only $10 more a month. You can get this, in which case you can limit your kids' access to certain content, certain websites, certain time periods of the day. Again, the concept, that type of stuff, as a home network administrator, I think is a great thing. But when we're handing all this data off to another company to manage it, because basically what you have to do to make this work in your home network is you get a separate device. You put this device in between your router and and your devices. So in other words, you'd have a modem, then a router, then your device. Well, you insert this device in between, so now it goes from your modem to your router to this T-Mobile specific device to your devices. And this T-Mobile specific device has the capability of sniffing everything that you're doing because it has to monitor the specific devices and the very specific things that are being used on the devices. It has to know to cut out certain devices, all the type of stuff I love, because on my PFSense router, I can do all this stuff actually on the router system itself. So I encourage you, if you have the opportunity, invest in a PFSense router or something you can run PFSense on, because it's a lot better solution than paying T-Mobile this. Now, of course, the problem with using my solution is if they kick off the home network, then they're free on that. So you can understand the purpose and the need, but I still ask the question, if I have to be a parent and limit that kind of stuff, maybe the kid is not ready for the smartphone yet. In which case, I don't think kids should have smartphones until they're at least late teenagers. There's too many bad things, and we as consumers do not have the ability to control what the smartphones that we dish out thousands of dollars for these things, and we have no ability to control what's on it. And that is, again, why I run Lineage on my phone, because I have the ability to push my own custom host file on this, and I have more control over my device with that. So that's kind of what I recommend there. Of course, I'm just going to comment on this briefly, and we'll see if there's anything in here that we can look at real quick. I didn't get a chance to read this in the finest of details, but California did just unanimously pass the toughest privacy laws in the country. I think a miracle just happened, because there is a huge coalition of every one of your big ISPs and digital company lobbies. Facebook was there, Google was there, all lobbying against this. It passed unanimously in the House, in the Senate, and was signed by the governor all in the same day. The unfortunate thing is it can still be modified, and it doesn't come into effect until 2020, so it's at least a year and a half out. So the start of 2020. So yeah, I've read about a year and a half out. But of course, there is still more room for them to massage and work in whatever they want. But regardless, this new law passed. It's basically, it rings very much like the GDPR over in Europe. I'm not sure if it has the same cookie stuff, which, you know, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But overall, this is basically a law saying that you have the right to be forgotten, and you have the right to know what data is being used. Actually, I'm not 100% sure if the right to be forgotten is in here or not. Honestly, I didn't get a chance to read it in full detail. I was just impressed that this actually had passed. And let's go ahead and do this one before we get into our final story here. Amazon, of course, now has the Echo Dot Kids Edition. Now the thing has support for Spotify. So yeah, we just have too many of these little devices for little kids. I don't want to say a lot more than that. Of course, this is the Echo Dot. Of course, it has these fun little things in here, like the skills. So like they mentioned, it has a new skill, right? New kids skill called Disney Dailies. Includes jokes and sketches taking place in the Zootopia world. You know, there's some bad stuff on the internet about the Zootopia world, too. I'd be a little leery about this because Disney doesn't necessarily have a good track record. And do we really need, like, what is this kid's skill? Ooh, the kid has a new skill. It has learned to talk to its personal AI assistant that tracks everything they do. Ask it to tell it a joke. Guys, let's get serious about COPA. And you parents, if you're a parent and you have given your kids an Echo Dot in their room, you need to have your head examined, to be perfectly honest. Because it is not worth getting our kids used to all of this technology. Go out and learn to do some things manually once in a while. Oh, Lord. You know what I had to do the other day? I actually had to go over and I had to take 4 steps and turn on my MP3 player and then turn on the speaker so I can listen to music. I about died. Guys, we don't need these smart speakers in our life. We really don't. All right, on to our fun, controversial story. Of course, I'll start with the Ars Technica article. I thought I got rid of all these things. All right. So the Ars Technical article here says Facebook patent would turn your mic on to analyze how you watch ads. Okay. So here is kind of what they're polling something. I think this comes out of the, I'm not sure if that comes out of the thing or not. Of course, The Verge comes out and says, no, Facebook did not patent secretly turning on your phone's microphones when it hears your TV. And of course, this guy here, I don't know who this Nilay Patel is, but he is certainly a Facebook fanboy. From the tone of the article, he's calling out all these other guys. Metro UK, Facebook wants to hide secret audible messages and TV ads that can force your phone to record audio. Here's Gizmodo. Facebook patent imagines. What is? Somebody needs to come up with the better headlines over there. Facebook patent imagines triggering your phone's mic when a hidden signal plays on TV. And Gadget says Facebook patent turns phone mics on to record reactions to ads. Esquire says Facebook's new patent can turn on your microphone and secretly record you. All right. Now, let's kind of break this down because what had happened is that Facebook had issued a patent application, which isn't a patent, it's a patent application. The difference is the application is you say, this is what we would like to patent. A patent is when that's actually approved. Okay, so that's kind of the basic there. And with that, they came back and made statements to these various news groups saying, we patented this just so that nobody else will use the technology. All right, so first, we already have things pushed out in television commercials that emit certain things, like your smart speakers and your Alexas. Hey, Alexa, order unicorn meat. Or your Google Home speakers. Okay, Google, play Spice Girls. 2 become 1. There. There are already things that causes this technology to work. Okay? There's already parts of the ad networks that do make this type of stuff work. It's already active and present in the wild. Okay, that's the one point. Number 2, regarding Facebook listening on microphones, I did the Facebook experiment where I used a brand new phone with a brand new phone number, a spoofed account, did not allow it on the network. I basically conducted a full broad scale scientific experiment to determine, does Facebook listen in on your microphone? And I kind of determined, no, it doesn't, but it is a nest for porn. So it was, I mean, it's not something I'd probably want to let my kids near, at least until they're old enough to know how and what to handle it. Not to say that Facebook always degenerates into that, but the fact that it's a possible option is bad enough. But my overall conclusion is no, I don't think Facebook was listening in on anything. So I don't think they were doing that. Now, of course, what their patent over here says, this is what they say. Now, and I'm going to call out The Verge on this too. This is yes, The Verge is right, but you're such a moron. Okay, so here is the part that he's commenting on from the patent application. It says a computer implemented method compromising receiving by an online system from a client device a data set comprising an identifier of an individual associated with a client device, an ambient audio fingerprint representing an ambient audio captured by the client device during broadcast by a household device in the vicinity of a client device, and time information indicating a length of time ambient audio captured by the client device identifying a user profile associated with online system based on identifiers of the individual received from the client device, identifying the content item associated with the broadcast based of the ambient audio fingerprint, determining there was an impression of the identified content item by the identified user associated with the client device in response to the length of time the ambient audio exceeding a detection threshold, logging the impression of identified content item associated in the user profile of a data store on the online, determining if the impression data or the data exceeds a threshold impression value, and the responsive to determining the impression data on the data stores exceeds the threshold impression value, sending an instruction of content provider to the increased broadcasting frequency of the content item on the household device. I think I just read a bunch of random words. I'm not completely sure. Pardon me, that was actually hard. All right, so here is his argument. Listen to this. There's a lot of words, but they're not hard to figure out. It's a system that receives user ID and an audio fingerprint, matches the audio fingerprint with some content and sees that content was played during a certain duration, then checks the counter to see if the content has been played in a specific number of times. Now, here's what he says. Again, the words phone and microphone do not appear in the patent claims. Okay, sir, I agree with you. The word phone and microphone does not appear in the patent claims. But when a mob boss wants to snuff you out, he doesn't say, "Hey, Joe, go down to the street down there and kill Bob and dump his body in the river." He doesn't say that. He says, hey, Joe, Bob's over there. Pick up Bob and take him out for a nice coffee. Show him the back of your car. Okay, he doesn't use words like kill and murder and dump in the river. Okay, in Facebook, when they're talking about a device that listens and grabs and stores on a phone, they're not going to say, "Hey guys, we're going to turn on your phone and your microphone and record stuff that you hear from something else." They're not going to say that because these guys are like mob bosses, okay? This is lawyerese. This is legalese. On top of that, they want to make it for broader scope than just your cell phone. But here is where all of these other actually probably good journalists, maybe not good, maybe good journalists might be too far, but to sit here and say, listen, this is what we think they're doing. So let's break down some of this legalese here for you, okay? Break some of this down. A computer-implemented method comprising receiving by an online system from a client device. Look, I have an online system and a client device. A data set comprising an identifier of individual within the client device, like my Facebook app, which can identify this device as belonging to me. An ambient audio fingerprint representing ambient audio captured by the client device during broadcast by a household device in the vicinity of client device. So again, this is my client device, and I don't have a TV in here, but you can imagine a TV, a smart speaker, a radio, anything that can emit sound. Within the vicinity of this, they're saying that this patent, if the patent application is to take any device which is online connected with a user identifiable thing and a microphone can pick up any other ambient noise. That's exactly what they're saying. So Mr. Patel, who wrote this, I'm sorry, Mr. Patel, I think you're very biased and you completely misunderstand how this works. What are you, 12? I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts. And then, of course, somebody says, I think it might have been in a comment down here, and of course, oh, this is Facebook's. Facebook gave Engadget a statement. However, Facebook says it has no intention of ever implementing the technology described in the patent. In a statement, Facebook VP and Deputy General Counsel Alan Lowe told us that the patent has been filed to prevent aggression from other companies and noted that patents tend to focus on future-looking technology that is often speculative in nature and could be commercialized by other companies. Oh, God, you know. And somebody had a good comment. I think it was actually on the Ars Technica article about this. Somebody had a fascinating comment down here. Basically saying, you know, in light of how unscrupulous, lying, and all the other stuff around Facebook, yeah, I really don't believe Facebook's general counsel right now nearly as much as I look at this and go, yeah, sure, they're going to take this technology up so that nobody else can use it. So look at some of these comments, and I love these comments. We spent time and money developing this idea, filing a patent, and so on, so we will never use the idea. Also have a bridge in Brooklyn I'd like you to consider buying. Let's see. How much more evidence do we need, does everyone need to be convinced to ditch Facebook? That they are eating babies? Would that be enough? This guy says, sure, it would be enough for about a week until the new thing outraged about us is found, and then everyone forgets that Facebook eats babies. We're really sorry about eating babies, and we'll do everything we can to stop our efforts to be eating babies right away. Somebody else had a better one. Somewhere down here, somebody said, we ate the baby to prevent the aggressive competition from eating the baby first. Oh, these are just glorious comments. Glorious comments. But that's it. I mean, yes, Facebook has, this is not a patent. Okay, here's the difference. A patent application is when they go out and we say, we are filing this patent. Here's the application. Having the patent is when that application is actually approved. Thank you for tripping over the detail, Mr. Patel. But this is concerning. This is very concerning, particularly that other part. Remember that other part in here? Patents tend to focus on future-looking technology. Oh, good. They're not doing it right this second. It's just coming in the future. But you know what? Tomorrow's in the future, too, I mean, just thinking. Well, what are your thoughts on this article and the other articles? Let me know in the comments down below. All right. Well, that was exciting. All right. Oh, boy. Okay, does the host file go in the host file or block host file? It goes in the host file. Yep. But, Daniel, don't use it on an Ubuntu 18.04 system for now because there's something broken on it, which does affect Linux Mint 19. It does not appear to affect Linux Lite, which is also based on Ubuntu. So, I'm not sure. I know it's something inside the N block is one of the things doing it, and I haven't figured out which code it is yet. But it is kind of disturbing to me that there is something in the my host file that when it is blocked kills the internet to Ubuntu. Do I need to grab my hat? By the way, same thing happens on some Windows systems. Ooh, if you want to get really conspiratorial. All I see are people on the street staring down at their cell phones. Yep, I'm a minimalist now. Okay, why do I not see some of the comments that are on Tom's list here? Which comments? Greetings, Tim. How are you? I hope you're feeling good by now. All right, notice how we cannot change the host file on cell phones, which allows all the trackers to easily siphon data. What if that is intentional? Yes, frankly, it is. Lineage OS allows you to do that without rooting the phone. So on Lineage, you can do that without rooting the phone. You do what's called a root by ADB bridge. So as long as it's connected to your computer and the device is unlocked, you can make adjustments to the host file. By doing that. I remember having AT&T and it was terrible. Yes, it is. All right. Just don't use Facebook for news in any way. News on Facebook is about as credible as the National Enquirer. Actually, I think I see more kernels with truth than the National Enquirer. All right. Logan, greetings. Time to use Tor full-time. Yeah, there you go. Actually, my phone uses Tor full-time. Yeah, I do have Tor on my phone. All right, hyper-specific targeted ads would be good. The ones I get for mail order, again, brides, is getting ridiculous. Well, I guess there's always that specific. It's not just specific, it's hyper-specific. What is Tor? Tor is a triple secure layer thick system that will basically encrypt traffic, and it's slow, but it's actually good. Yeah, there are Tor browsers, but I don't recommend using the Tor bundles. I recommend either using Tails, using Whonix, or using Cubes to access the Tor network. If you're going to serve me ads I don't want, then I guess serving me hyper-specific ads is better than ads I'm not interested in. I don't know. I'd rather have ads I'm probably not interested in. No, Kevin, Tor is not for porn. Tor is for a lot of uses where you need to maintain anonymity, like the whole internet before social media happened. Okay, Noah, we're not gonna go down that route right now, okay, bud? Okay. Okay, let's see. Live in California. Yeah, Carbon lives in California. There you go. Thumbs up. Yes. Okay, can you go Lineage on iPhone? No, you cannot. If you go to Lineage OS's homepage, it does support tons of devices. But, yeah, no iPhones, unfortunately. Goodbye, smartphone to my sister when she turns 15 years old, or when she turned a 10th grade kid. 10th grade, okay. Lineage, okay. Silly putty for laptop mics will fix that. All right, Miracle in California, more like they were feeling shockwaves in the fall coming soon. I mean, Cali might be split into 3 states. I saw that. That might be beneficial. I don't know. People should have a right to move on from their past. All this data collection makes it hard to do. How about impossible to do? My phone isn't rooted. I only install apps from F-Droid, and I've gotten rid of the bloatware on the phone, including Play services, by disabling it. Yes. Teens do dumb things online, do not realize the ramifications until they are older. Yep. That's what Snowden was trying to stop. What was Snowden trying to stop? Disney is putting the Star Wars franchise on hold until they figure it out. Well, okay, Disney, I'll help you. Get the social justice morons out of there because we don't want to see that crap. There, I've helped you. Go back to the story of people running around with the Force and lightsabers, for crying out loud. Amazon has Echo for kids. Yes, thank God. I live in Europe, and many don't like those Echoes or Google Home stuff because of privacy reasons. If they buy some for their kids, they're not very smart. Yeah. People still use Facebook? Wow. Yep. Yeah, they do. Spice Girls are dated. So old. Grandma's on Facebook, and getting her to switch to a social site is hell. Don't even post anything on Facebook anymore. Wait. If a signal on live TV triggers your phone's mic, that would mean the mic would already have to be active. Then what's the point? Yeah, that's maybe part of more of it. I just tore my mom a new one on Facebook for advocating open borders. Let's use something. Breathe. Could be a refrigerator compressor kicking on or off. Is that a rap song? What? Two become one? Oh, no, it's bad, man. It's bad. So arguing religion and politics, I really miss my Facebook account. Someone wake me up when he's done reading the patent. That was a wall of text. Yeah, Facebook is worse than Thanksgiving dinner for tearing families apart of religious or political beliefs. Yeah, I agree. So remember the conversation I had with a friend back in 2004 about Facebook. I don't remember what I did this morning, but why would I want it to be recorded for all to see? Yeah. My ISP blocked Tor, and Tor bridges don't work. Huh. Never mind that patents even if the issues expire. I placed my phone right next to my studio monitor. Alright, so I won't be able to listen to Spice Girls while on Facebook. Bummer. Facebook, I know I've just robbed you, but I can... Facebook says, I know I just robbed you, but I can also take care of your wallet and car keys so no one else takes them. Yep. Don't even have Facebook. Very good. Very good. Do you have chat set to top chat or live chat? If it's top chat, yeah, it filters things out. I have mine on live. It's probably still going to mess things up. I don't know. Facebook is already planning to turn on the camera. Yeah. How do you set up Tor on Arch? I would not recommend using Tor on Arch. There is a Tor bundle you can get for any Linux distro, but I don't recommend using the Tor bundle. There's too much possibility of a DNS leakage. So what I would recommend you use is, like I said, you use Tails. Actually, okay, here's the only way to do it on Arch safely. Use a virtual machine and download Whonix. The Whonix is specifically designed to run Tor through a virtual machine. Tor actually has been getting better with the increase of nodes and users. Greetings, Mark. How's it going there? Tor is for the deep web. Yep. Deleted my Facebook account a month ago. Very good. Very good. Succeeded from the union is something us and Texas want many of our systems are in favor of. Yeah. Live in Europe, and I don't have any smart speakers because I think they're too expensive. Yeah. They pretty much give them away out here. They realize, yeah, we want everyone to have these smart speakers. We're going to sell them for 20 bucks. So you get yourself a smart speaker so we can listen to everything you do. Tell you what, tell you what I want, what I really want. Yeah, I don't like that song either. All right. All right. So next topic we're going to cover is we're going to look at a couple little security newses. I don't think I'm going to record the security news. We're just going to jump into it. Mostly it's just two of them, and we'll cover that. So I'm kind of getting to the point where I'll only do some of the shows, and so you guys that get the live get to see more stuff than I actually release to the rest of the public. So, but I'll record the last one on business. So let's go ahead and chat about the the security news. All right. So, security. All right. So this is neat. Apparently, the LTE wireless network that is used by billions and billions of people around the world, they're not quite as secure as we thought. It's expensive to bypass it, but it can be done by with some reasonable things. So basically, what we have here, this works like a man-in-the-middle account. So over here on the far right. The far left, I'm sorry, is your phone, your device. Then we have a relay. We have the commercial network, and then we have the internet. So what they're doing is this is effectively the same way a man-in-the-middle attack works, where a man-in-the-middle is when you make a request to an IP address, to a website, and then somebody intercepts the traffic and feeds you different information. Now, this can't really happen under, at least not as well, under an SSL encryption, and so this is why Google, for one, is making a big push to SSL encryptions. And so with that, what can happen is if somebody compromises the relay, they can get down here and insert a malicious DNS or HTTP server, either one. In which case, if you do that, they can send basically they'll redirect your DNS to their malicious HTTP server and send you back compromised code. All this can be fairly easily done over the LTE network. So I would guess, based upon how this is working, that if you were utilizing a VPN on your phone, this might actually be a way around it because it does not impact secure servers. So if you're attaching everything with an SSL, which a VPN will do securely through a bridge tunnel, I think that a VPN would actually help you resolve this. So, hey, maybe there's another reason to do a VPN. And if you stay tuned, or if you want it sooner than that, I will have some VPN affiliate links coming out soon. I'm going to be rolling those out in conjunction with the new site, and maybe soon I'll put them on the Switch to Linux site. So keep an eye out for those. So here's the video of how the attack actually went. You can come in and have a look at that video there. But basically, it's just, the LTE network that everyone has is not as secure as we all thought it was. And now for this fun one, Exactus. Who is Exactus, and how could it have leaked data on nearly every American? Yeah, this is not quite as bad as the Equihacks leak, but it's still pretty bad. Of course, the Equihacks, they got some driver's licenses, they got nearly everybody's social security number, birthday, all sorts of information that it's just bad. We need to basically burn down our infrastructure and rebuild from scratch because of Equihacks. This wasn't quite as bad. They just got the basic contact information, including email addresses. But who is Exactus? So Exactus is yet another one of these data mining companies that just, grab stuff for, grab data and scoop up data wherever they can. So they can actually jump up there and do all that kind of stuff. So a company you've likely never heard of exposed most of the internet's data earlier this week. This is Wednesday. So it's a major data mining company based in Palm Coast, Florida, allegedly leaked the data of 340 million individuals, according to security researcher Vinny Troa, who discovered what he described as a breach earlier this month. The records exposed comprise nearly of 2 terabytes of data. Morgan & Morgan, a national law firm headquartered in New York, filed a class action lawsuit against Exactus on Friday. It alleges the firm failed to take adequate steps to protect millions of Americans from data breaches. The lawsuit was filed in Jacksonville, Florida, and seeks to recover monetary damages and other relief for people whose data was exposed in the breach. The data in question does not include payment information or social security numbers, but does include email addresses, home addresses, phone numbers, as well as other personal information like habits, hobbies, and the number, ages, and genders of a person's children. Exactus did not respond to multiple requests for comment, and the website is not loading in the early hours of Thursday. So this is basically a company. They have 10 employees and allegedly corporate offices in Florida, California, and New York. See, we need to have better laws in this country to say, you know what? We need to have complete and total pure opt-in for any company to own any of our data, period. And I want to see absolute, legitimate, multi-decade jail sentences for a corporate CEO, I almost said a bad word, who failed to comply. Because we are leaking way too much data. Okay? I don't know who these morons are, but they probably have leaked my data. I bet you don't know who these morons are. They've leaked your data, all 10 of them. 10 people cannot secure 2 terabytes of data. Probably all open on an AWS bucket, but I didn't read into all of the details about where and how. So, I mean, these guys, like, well, class action lawsuits too soft. We need to take everybody involved in this company, figure out who had the bad security, and send them to jail for a long, long time. That's what it's going to take to clean up corporate America. That's my thoughts. All right. There. That's been bugging me a little bit. Better comment view. All right. So let's see. Gotta get with my friends. All right. My mom goes on Facebook every day, even burned into her screen. Oh God, the mark of the beast. If there's a social media built-in Tor, I don't know. I have that downloaded under Tom's faves. What? I don't know. Okay, I'm reading Linux Mint User Guide. Very good. Spice Girls reminds me of the J5 and Osmond's bubblegum of the 70s. Older than most around here, including your host. 55. It's closing up my chickens. Yes, I have set to live chat. All right. No, I'm not 40. Sorry. You missed. All right. Been seeing this coming for decades. Not polite to ask a lady her age. Uh-oh. Better watch out. Okay. That law for CEOs getting arrested won't happen, sadly. The USA is too corrupted. They make money off it, so nothing happens. Yep. Yep. Can't, if I can type tonight, yeah. All right, we're going to go ahead and jump on into our business news next. So let me go ahead and hit my start recording button here, and we will jump on into business. Welcome back to another edition of Friday Night News at Switch to Linux. We're talking today about our business news. Of course, I call this kind of stuff corporatocracy because, yeah, our politicians don't run this country anymore. It's all up to the companies. So let's have a look at what's going on in the corporatocracy world. IBM wants to release the world's largest facial data set for studying bias. So, of course, if you are unaware, things like PredPol and other systems like this are very, very prejudicial. They can identify us white guys, but if you got any color in your skin, hey, things like you're all the same. Oh, that was just what's this gorilla doing driving the car down the road? I mean, that's how bad these facial ID systems are, and these AI devices. And this is why predpol is racial. I mean, predpol it's bad. It's really bad in what it does. But IBM is trying to resolve this. So they have a data set of over 1 million images. I wonder if they have consent for all of those. I mean, I don't want my image to be used as part of your data. An annotated data set up to 36,000 images, equally distributed across skin tones, genders, and ages, to help figure out this kind of stuff. So their idea, of course, is to help get better facial recognition in place so that, of course, AI systems get better and better. Guys, we need to fight against this. We do not need better AI, better facial recognition systems. We don't need this at all. So kind of that's kind of where you go. You know, it's hey, it's better if AI is no longer prejudicial, but let's stop giving AI the chance, shall we? I mean, that'd be the best, honestly. Microsoft is also seeking to improve facial recognition. Oh God. By the way, you guys have been providing all the images, no doubt, through Cortana and the auto login. Yay, log me in. Yeah, get my iris scan. There you go. There's my eye. Get my fingerprint. Here's my fingerprint. Would you like to know anything else? Yeah. So, of course, they're trying to do the same thing because Face API via Azure Cognitive Services. Guys, this stuff is getting too out of control. This is actually what, like, I've never really been a hat guy, but yeah, if you see me in public, I wear a hat these days. I don't leave the house without a hat anymore just because it's anything to help. Sunglasses, anything to help this mass AI facial recognition stuff from going, because I mean, even realize this, even in grocery stores, which is one of the hugest markets for this kind of stuff, some of the new things in grocery stores will be able to track what you're looking at as you're looking through the aisles. You know, tracking, what are you looking at? Are you happy? Are you sad? Do you like what you see? What was your subtle facial tone as you scan the ice creams looking for your very favorite Death by Chocolate? This is getting too crazy, though. No, somebody needs to stop and sit up and go, okay, guys, you know what? Let's slow down. Really, let's slow down. We really need to slow down. I think I have put the same article twice. Yeah, I should only have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And let's go ahead and look at this guy here next. This is neat. Of course, this is reported from Fortune. AT&T is making a fortune. If you have an AT&T phone bill, I think this was the wireless. So this is wireless. If you have AT&T wireless, they just, I mean, it was so subtle you probably didn't notice, but they more than doubled their little administrative fee, which allowed them to earn an extra $1 billion this year. Okay, listen, government regulators, when AT&T can come in and say, hey, $1 billion now comes back to us, the company's maybe a little bit too big. You might think about breaking this up a little bit. We used to have laws against monopoly, not anymore. So what did they do? Well, there is a little thing called an administrative fee. So if you have AT&T, look for the administrative fee on your bill. I know my cell phone bill's got tons of this little crap. It's like more than $10 in little fees and stuff. So the tiny line item at the bottom of the bills, it was 76 cents. This month they raised it to $1.99. So 76 cents to $1.99. Basically, they have 6.5 million regular monthly customers. Of course, nobody really pays attention to this. So when you take the 64.5 million customers, raise that by the extra dollar, multiply that by 12, it's $800 million a year. So AT&T just like, what can we possibly do to raise our stock a little bit? I got it. Let's just charge everybody on our network an extra $1.50. Brilliant. Our stock's going to go up and everyone else, you know, well, their wages are static, but what's an extra dollar? I mean, come on. It's just an extra dollar, people. But an extra dollar is a big thing when our wages aren't going anywhere. We have a wage crisis in America. A wage crisis. We can't afford to be throwing even an extra dollar or so at the phone bills. I think AT&T has enough money right now. Maybe they can, you know, not double, more than double their administrative fee. So yay for AT&T. Kind of scary. Anyway, the last article of the day, Amazon buys PillPack, an online pharmacy, for just under $1 billion. So yes, that means Amazon is now a drug dealer. Amazon is now a drug dealer. All right. Of course, when this happens, stock in pretty much all of your other pharmacies kind of dropped. So basically what their objective here is, PillPack is an online pharmacy where you can send your prescriptions there. They'll mail your prescriptions out to you. How wonderful. In a discreet paper bag. But what their goal is just like other things. Amazon wants to get in there. They want to disrupt the service. And they're going to drive prices. They're going to drive prices down for consumers, which is good, I guess. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Frankly, I don't think this is a bad thing. Maybe part of that's because I don't use pharmaceuticals, unless it's an absolute life and death emergency. And I'm being so I have a doctorate in medical research, I know just about as much as my doctor does when it comes to that kind of stuff. So that's for me. I actually spend time reading and researching some of these articles. Chemical formulae, I love them. But anyway, Amazon has picked this up, so it did cause quite a drop in stock of the other pharmaceutical industries. So my guess is it's going to recover for the other farm industries. So I'd pick up some stock from them now. They might be on a low for a while. If you got the extra cash laying around and you do some stock market type stuff, it might be a good time to invest in those other services. So anyway, they bought this system, and their goal, of course, is to bring PillPack in. So now you can go on Amazon and pick up your daily dose of Ritalin and all sorts of other stuff that you probably don't need anyway. But anyway, it's kind of it. So what do you guys think? Is this totally awesome and exciting that Amazon is now a drug dealer? What do you guys think? And full disclosure, of course, I should have mentioned earlier, but check out my Amazon link up there. That is one of the best ways you can help support the channels. Check out that Amazon link, pick something up. If you ever want to buy something on Amazon, use that. It does not cost you anything else, and it does send a small portion of the sale to help me. Check out my Patreon as well. You can check out that link up there above, patreon.com/TomM. So thanks for watching, and let me know what you think about these in the comments down below. All right, let's see. Facebook can't turn on my mic. I have no mic and no camera also. How old am I, Tom? I will never tell. Okay, I'm so sick of them using excuses for collecting data. We all know it's not for our safety or convenience or blah, blah, blah. Huh? Okay, so that's what Watson's been up to lately. Yes, that is done through Watson. Okay, touchscreen kiosk companies are using facial recognition to remember your orders at restaurants. That's frightening. Go back to caveman times. I'm not sure I'm ready to go back to caveman times, but it's certainly more appealing than this modern world, I'll tell you that. Oh. I heard that a ring of LEDs around the face or forehead would confuse... Oh, LEDs would confuse facial recognition thing. I'm not... I mean, some of them, yes. That would confuse, like, Apple's, for example. Where they use a series of infrared lights to map you. I'm not sure, though. That'd be fun, though. I'll have to look into that. At restaurants, they have a little thing on your table that lets you pay for your bill through it. Has a camera. Wow. Tuck it out, mowing an acre in the heat, but doing fine. How are you? All right. A camera. Yipes. Stripes. Yeah. We all need a mask that covers our entire face, even expressions. Then anyone would look at us crazy, even when we told them about we care for our privacy, and companies wouldn't like it and not let us. Yep. Ski mask in July with sunglasses. You know, all this ski mask talk, I'll be right back. So much better. Facial recognize me now. Of course, I look evil. I look like an alien. This is my true self. Yeah, my coloration's not quite right today. There we are. How's that? All right. Facebook, Google, and Amazon will be the big three. Yeah. I think Amazon terrifies me the least out of that group. Okay. You mean there's a place now where I can buy books, music, and narcotics all at once? Yep. That's right. Amazon is slowly taking over every market there is, and now they're selling drugs. I wonder what's next. Just don't ask. But maybe they're petitioning with the EFF to get rid of FOSTA. Freedomize. The sharks on Shark Tank made fun of it. It was a simple and great idea. I wanted to buy one, but people didn't get it. Enough digging, and even old fart like me could figure your age. 38, 39, 40, or 41. Why do you think so? It's a thing felt with back image that slides over your laptop mic and camera. Yep. All right. You have such a kind face, and you're not even scared with a ski mask. Ah! I'm a space alien, man. I'm a space alien. Full prosthetic makeup every morning. Different each time. Yep. It is actually very hot wearing a ski mask. But here's the objective. Is it's kind of supposed to be a green screen mask. It's too bright with this particular lighting setup. I need to set the lighting up slightly different to cause it to green screen out. Big Brother is watching you. Yes, he is. Big Brother is watching us all. Big Brother is watching us all. Okay.
Well, sometimes
I'm going to see if Toss is streaming right now. Toss is not streaming right now. Anybody know if Toss is jumping on? If he jumps on soon, I'll jump off soon. But we'll go ahead and take any final comments here, and let's go ahead and end the show like we always need to end the show, right? And then after we engage in this deed, then we will go ahead and I'll stick around for as long as you guys want to stick around. But oh, what? You know what's going on, don't you? Don't you, kitty? You know what's coming up, don't you? Yes, you do. You know what's coming up. It's time to feed the kitty. Oh, boy. All right, go ahead and get that one. It's okay, buddy. Right here. Yes, one did fall down there, cat. Not seeing it. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. I see it. There you go. Right here. Here. That's just a little one. Oh, boy. Oh, that was a bad one. All right. Right here. Right here. No, it's here. It's here. Cat, you're so stupid sometimes. No, it's right there. There you go. See if there's any more in here. Nope, that's it. This one's empty now, kitty. This one's empty now. Come here. Come here. Are the finger licking good? Yeah, they're finger licking good, huh? Yes, they are. Roar. Want to chill out? Want to chill out, or are you gonna go? That's all I got. We ran out. We ran out, kitty. Our package is done. That's right. Hey, kitty. The visitors online don't like to see that side of you. There you go. There you go. Sit right there. All right, let's see. Off my first senior discount at the age of 36. There you go. Went gray early. You're scary when you do the whisper. I know. That's what I was going for. Yes, thumbs up before you go if you want to. Or thumbs down if you hated it. Alright. The Illuminati is coming. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Finally going to upgrade my Mint 18 system. Not sure how to do it, though. Yeah, they don't have the update scheme. The main distro for Linux Mint 19 is now out. I'm going to recommend holding off before you do an update on an 18. I'd hold off before you update to 19. But if you're installing new, definitely use the 19. And be aware that my host script may not work well on the 19. So be aware of that. And I'll look at it as I can, but I just can't always promise how well it's going to go. So, all right. Illuminati, the original pyramid scheme. That is right. There are even games on the App Store. Yep. Multiple angle cat cams. Yep. Can you do an R-Walk and Christ stream at 11 or 12? No. I am going to be adding more stuff to that channel down the road after I get a bunch of the other stuff taken care of. So, like, right now I'm working on developing an online course for how to publish a book with free software, like how to produce a book with free software. And then what my ultimate goal I think is going to be is I'm going to move outdoor philosophy off of the Linux channel and put that on the Christian channel. It's probably going to stay the same. It may or may not be super Christian. I just don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet with it. But it's not getting enough views on the Linux channel to keep it on the Linux channel. But no, I am off after I'm done with this. Actually, I think I have to look at a website for a client tonight still. So, okay, might want to wait a few weeks till the bugs are fixed. Yes, thought it was an ancient Egypt. New item to put in your store. Switch to Linux ski mask. Yeah. No, tin hats. Yeah, actually, they don't have the full upgrade path published yet for how to upgrade to Linux Mint 19 from 18. That is not yet out. Illuminati predates everything. Huh. All right. Well, I think we got to the bottom of the comment feed. I don't know. Should we hold on just a little bit longer or not? I don't know. Went through the host file chunk by chunk and haven't found anything that blocked my internet, but when I put the whole thing back in, I couldn't connect. The part is, it's the long portion right after the kind of the intro part. It's the long portion, and it is, I have it written down somewhere over here. I gotta find it. Something in the C block, something in the P block, and something in the N block for sure. And there might be more blocking it. I kind of started to navigate through the N block because it was short, but something in those blocks. So yeah, it is definitely in there, and I'm looking for it. I just can't find it yet. Well, no, Mark, because you may also have to change the repos. Because the Linux Mint 19 are going to use different repos than the Linux Mint 18. And so you need to make sure you're using the right repos in there. So they'll have specific instructions out. At least that's how it should be. Not totally sure yet. All right, let me go ahead and look for some nonsense news. Kind of wrap it up with some nonsensey newsiness. Apparently, India demands an apology from the rest of the world. That's exciting. You recommend a good email service. If you're just doing a couple emails here and there, if like email's not a huge part of your life, use Proton Mail. Otherwise, I actually host my own emails because it's way better, more flexibility, and I can change the host if the company goes crazy. Way better to host your own emails. So I actually use A2 hosting. I use SiteGround is good. There's things like that. So that's what I do. Oh yeah, in Algeria, they are shutting down the internet to stop people from cheating on final exams in the country. That's exciting. Not seeing a lot of other funny news for the week. I don't know if this one's appropriate or not, but why not? Child had a first birthday, so mom bakes #1 cookies for her son's first birthday. Of course, here's the numbers, cookie cutter set, educational fun for kids. Here's the cookie cutter, and here's what she got. Okay then. Eek. Better rethink that one next time. Okay, let's see. Separate home partition should be able to reinstall root partition, I believe. Okay, I got this. I got it on this laptop. Mint 19 works pretty good. Yep. 19 uses Grub. 18.3 uses Grub 2. I would know if the upgrade comes because I have all updates. Well, it doesn't roll out automatically because you can keep using 18.3 until 2021. It's supported for another 3 years for security updates. Traditionally, how you would do it on Linux Mint is what they'll do is in the updater is they will add an option to update inside the updater. So when you go into the update manager, there'll be an option in the view menu, I think, for upgrading to the new version, and that updates the packages to the right repos. Because you can still keep on upgrading 18.3 and it'll stay on 18.3 indefinitely. You have to manually adjust it to go to 19. Amazon now sells drugs. Yes, they do. Okay, there was also a gator in Florida that tried to shop at Walmart. Wow. Was he looking for Gatorade? Ooh. Just went and installed the new Linux Mint 19 Cinnamon, and now I'm setting it up. But there are some minor issues, like specific software are having problems and not running well. Which ones? Heard about GitHub being hacked. Well, Gentoo's GitHub page was hacked. I don't know if GitHub was hacked or if it was just the Gentoo that was hacked. I don't know. Let me look into that. Yeah, DistroTube, you're still on. What was the root of the hack with Gentoo? I know that Gentoo's GitHub page was hacked, but I don't think it was a hack specifically through GitHub. Let me know, Distro. I know you researched that more than I did. DistroTube did a video on that today, so check that out. Ubuntu, Debian, or Ubuntu, like really Ubuntu or Debian or Ubuntu-based distros like Linux Mint. Wait, what? Ubuntu or Debian or an Ubuntu-based distro. I prefer Linux Mint would be one of my favorites. Debian is one of my favorites. That was naughty. Yeah, it probably was. Have I looked at the Bitcoin spike today? No, I don't really follow cryptos. Let's have a look. I mean, it's up, but not, I mean, it's not a record high or anything, but yeah, it's up a little bit. In fact, given the scale of this thing, it's a little up. Looks like my book sales reports. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. But yeah, that's the GitHub pricing right now, so. Yeah, like somebody leaked the password or they were brute forced into something, or I don't know. Okay, Java's running just a little bit weird because they do have the Java specific application, but apparently they discontinued a feature in the new version. It does not work well. Oh, okay. Kernel upgrades can kiss my hiney until I get another machine. Yeah. I don't update the kernel much. I actually updated my other machine. I updated the kernels and all the other kind of stuff. Mostly because I'm prepping the machine to, I'm going to be doing my tutorials on how to format a book on that computer. Because I want to use LibreOffice 6 and GIMP 210. But I don't necessarily want to put it all over here. Because I don't need all those latest applications on this particular computer. Gentoo's GitHub repo acts as a mirror to the official Gentoo mirrors, so this wasn't too bad, all things considered. If the official Gentoo servers had been compromised, that would be huge. Yep. Not a fan of Mint 19 update. Would have liked rank updates if something breaks. Yeah, and the reason they took it out, I actually like that personally myself as well, but the reason they took it out is the time shift thing, but some of the people who've tried to use time shift have actually said it just doesn't work well. So I'm still a little leery on that myself because it's like, you know, I don't know. Just curious about what? What y'all just curious about? All right, looks like we've run out of comments. And will Intel fix the IME technology? Never. Mexican party wrapped for wraps in tortilla election row. Huh? I don't know. Another thing, a few days ago, I took an old Dell computer from my local school and then installed Debian, then installed Nextcloud with Linux Mint 19. Nextcloud syncs well, so now I've got a server. Yes, that is one of the biggest improvements is if you do happen to use or like cloud technologies, Linux Mint 19 has taken those a whole lot better. Here's an alligator, an 8-foot alligator outside a supermarket in Texas. Yeah, Texas Walmart. So that wasn't a Florida Walmart. That was a Texas Walmart. They do some serious shopping down there in Texas, I'll tell you. Viral rapping priest, Sweet Paul suspended for rapping while preaching. Okay. Someone left a house in the middle of a road and everyone is baffled. There you go. That one there's worthy, I guess. Adopted woman searched for sister, led her around the U.S., found her next door. Oh, boy, yeah. So apparently somebody just kind of left this house in the middle of the road. And, well, you know, looked like a good place to have the house. Maybe the person's really a toll booth operator. Just felt more at home there, you know? I mean, really. This is a particularly annoying one. We're going to manage them, and we're going to say, no, you can't have anything. Jeez. Holy moly. This is, okay, this is like, look at how many ad networks. This is why we have a serious, I can't even click through all these. Never mind, site. Never mind. I'm done. That is so indicative of why we need to put these ad data collecting agencies out of business. Do you see that website? There were at least 30 or 40 different ad scripts that thing wanted to load on my browser. That was insane. Big Daddy Linux, and oh, is he on Friday now instead of Saturday? You're relying too much on time shift. If it's like Windows, spend time trying to restore. Most of the time, it won't help. I don't know. I think the Windows restore works pretty well. I can't comment for time shift. I don't use any of those. I see zero reason for something like time shift in Linux. Linux is too fast and too easy to reinstall. As long as you have a good copy of your home folder, you can get a Linux system back up and running perfectly in under like 10 minutes. I mean, really, maybe under an hour. Frankly, I think you'd spend more time messing with time shift than you would just reinstalling the distro and adding your home folder back. Syncs with the home folder because I have it configured that way. So when I make a document, downloading a file, there'll always be a backup of everything in the local home directory. Good. How do you make a home server? Mine uses Open Media Vault, Noah. So what I actually have is a, do I have a camera I can walk around over there with? I don't think so. So I basically have a micro tower, which I bought on the used rack from Best Buy for like $100. Of course, those only support one hard drive, but they have a DVD drive. So actually, I took out the DVD drive and I bought a little container that would allow me to basically convert the regular size hard drive into 2 laptop hard drives. So I put 2 1 terabyte laptop hard drives in there as a mirror sync. So was that a RAID 1, I think? So I basically have 2 identical copy hard drives running in it. And then just set that up as a home server. So that's a media server, a file server, it's a book server. So it does all that type of server stuff. Set that up on the system, and that's on my always on system. So I always have my home network is accessible. So, and I have a video about that. You can look it up on my channel. It's Open Media Vault. Let me see if I can find it actually. Okay. That's a Raspberry Pi. Okay, here we go. Copy link location. All right, that's going in the link now. All right. Needs to be a select all option. Yep. Strange thing I ever saw was a boat on the road. He didn't tie the boat down probably his trailer, and it light accelerated out from under it. Yep, that'll do it. Let's put $1 million on here so you can't disable them. Yeah, it worked for that site, didn't it? Our house in the middle of the street. Our house. Our house, yeah. At least this is not an outhouse in the middle of the street. Mess it up, reinstall. Yep. So your host file does not really work anymore in Linux Mint 19. What utilities do you use to block apps? Well, A, I'm not running Linux Mint 19. B, I have it set. I don't actually put that on my computer except the laptops. So that is actually deployed on my network. And it's when it's deployed on the network, it works perfectly. It's just when it's installed on the machine itself. The other thing, though, you can do is if you change everything from 127.0.0.1, change all those to 0.0.0.0, as long as you're not using your Linux Mint computer as a server or any other services like that, then that will work well as also. It's just not the appropriate way to do that. 127.0.0.1 redirects it specifically to your local host. 0.0.0.0 redirects it to all the services on the computer. So it will work with the zeros, but it's not the best way. But if you do need to run it, you can actually run it by doing that. And all you just need to do is Control H to pull up the search and replace. Just replace 127.0.0.1 with 0.0.0.0, and it'll work fine. I've been to sites with 3 fingerprint blocks. Wow. That's exciting. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up right about now, I guess. So I guess, is Big Daddy Linux going on at today instead of, usually he used to be Saturday. Now he's Friday, though. I don't know. And I haven't seen Toss come on yet, so not sure if he's going to be on. So, yep. So we'll go ahead and jump off, and we will catch you guys later. And I don't know, maybe I'll reach out to them. I need to see if there's anything else I need to take care of before I do that, though. So we will catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Tomorrow, about noon or so Eastern time, I'll be doing a live stream, just the regular, non-planned. Maybe I'll find something to chat about. Who knows? But anyway, that's that. Let's see what these last final comments are. Here's a challenge: installing Linux system on a Dell Optiplex QX260, manufactured in 02, 256 gigs of RAM, IDE, and IDE hard drive running Windows XP. Wow. For more protection, what about an ad blocker? You can use one if you want. I don't generally use them, but it's up to you. When I see a site with ad block direction that doesn't let me use the site, typically at another site. Yep, that's what I do. All right, guys, we will see you later. Have yourselves a good evening, and hopefully we'll catch you tomorrow.